Hi there, I'm Chris Venn. You may be wondering what I'm doing standing out here in a forest. As marketers, as business leaders, as managers, as people who lead any group of people, including a family, there is this expression that I hear over and over and over. That's people can't see the forest for the trees. And I think it's as though people think that we get so close to the trees we can't see past it. And I understand the purpose of that statement, but here's what I want to say from a marketing perspective. From a marketing perspective, it is not about the forest or the trees. As we look around, there are all kinds of different trees here, ash trees, maple, oak, some birch over there. Here's the point though, is that our attention typically draws to something else. Those are things that are considered the ground, the clutter, the background, but odds are one's attention shifts to the guy with no hair standing in front of all that stuff talking. Well, in your business, in the organization that you lead, in the team that you're leading or managing, it really is about standing out and having nothing to do with that forest or those trees, because in those instances we're just comparing ourselves or lining up or putting ourselves side by side against everything else that's just like us. It's the quintessential commoditization that's out there. As marketers, as leaders, as people who want to stand out, especially in this economy, we actually have a different responsibility, and that's to get our clients to look somewhere else besides all of those things. You know, Barack Obama, whether you think his politics are good or bad, he's busy installing hope into America. You know, Ronald Reagan talked America out of a recession years ago. When we call on emotion, things change for people. I remember when I was in the military and we were being taught to look for the enemy or to look for things. Typically, human beings looked from left to right, certainly in the Western world, because we're trained to read from left to right, so we tend to look from left to right when we go into a room or look at a space. But when we look from right to left and we see things differently, we tend to pick up little nuances and see things that we might have glossed over otherwise. Same thing in marketing. What I want to say to you is it's time to get our clients to look in a different direction. Sometimes it may be get their eyes to look from right to left, but a really bigger way to look at that is instead of getting them to look outward, to see the shiny spinning thing that you're spinning by them, is to actually get them to look inward, to get them to look at some of the emotions and things that they're feeling and see if you can create shifts there. Can you deliver hope? Can you deliver optimism? Can you give them a different emotion to connect to instead of the fear that's running rampant right now? Emotion primarily is what moves people. Love moves people, fear moves people, anger moves people, but it's those emotions that tend to move us. When we get our clients to actually look there, that's looking somewhere different, then things can start to move. Get their attention off of the clutter that's behind them. Get their attention onto something else that can actually help them shift and create a real difference in their life. I'm Chris Venn. Have a great day.